Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. You will tell me, Beppe, how are you feeling after that 2-1 loss? I will tell you, as I'm celebrating as a crazy when we are playing really bad but we win, today I can't be happy for the result. I don't like to lose. I really don't like to lose. I hate to lose. If there is one thing on earth that I really hate, and probably you don't know that about me, it's losing. Losing, it annoys me. It makes me angry. I don't like to lose. But a Juventus that today, with the limits that we have, because I will already spoil you immediately, Paris Saint-Germain is stronger. Paris Saint-Germain is stronger. Let's not lie. Let's not start to dream and to say stupid things. Paris Saint-Germain is stronger. But the Juventus that I saw today is giving me something that maybe I was scared that we lost. Dignity. And being proud of a Juventus that is trying versus a Paris Saint-Germain that could have gone on 4-0 in the first half. But a Juventus that was that close to equalize. And it was deserved. Pushing a Paris Saint-Germain to lose time in the final seconds. To push Galtier to do a defensive sub. Putting out Lionel Messi to defend that 2-1. We are not complete. Let's not speak about Pogba, Chiesa. They will come back in January. And we don't know how they will come back. But we were missing Di Maria. With the Di Maria, with the Pogba, with Chiesa, we can be a total different Juve. But already with that Juve that we had today, especially the one that understood that in the second half they could do something, that they should not be that scared about Paris Saint-Germain. With that Juventus, we can do something in the future. I am not accepting mediocrity. We were not perfect. We were far from perfect, but we were not the one of Fiorentina. We already saw a big change. We saw already a big change and something that is not explainable with stats. Something that you feel that Juventus they want to do. Then the difference is Milik is putting it on Donnarumma, Mbappe is putting it in the net 2 times. They are able to play in short spaces. We are not able to play in short spaces. Don't get me wrong, guys. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that Juventus today is the best team on earth. I saw 35 years of Juventus. I saw a lot of big, great Juventus. And today we are not a great Juventus. But we see a change in Juventus. A change that starts today. Now, what we saw today should be the minimum versus every single team. That your name is Paris Saint-Germain or Parc des Princes, or that your name is Salernitana in our home, or that your name is Inter in San Siro. I don't care. But this is what we want to see. A Juventus that is trying, that is believing in it. Then, if you concede, you concede. You are playing versus other players. You concede, you concede. You concede, you concede. But I want a bit fast. I want some players that are unmarking themselves, that are asking for the ball. And one that was asking for the ball today, that is still not able to have 90 minutes in his legs, it's Paredes. Paredes asking for the ball. In the first time, he made me happy on some things. He made me angry on the other things because he was waiting too long. Also with the Miretti, that probably the communication between Paredes and Miretti. Paredes arrived 6 days ago, not 3 weeks. It was not super well communicated, and most of the time Miretti was trying to play between the line, and not a lot of time he received that ball because Paredes was a bit slow, like Juventus. If we want to say a description for Juventus, was a Juventus that tried but was too slow and was not able to be accurate and to put that ball in the net in the first half, and maybe probably also a bit scared in certain moments of the game versus a Juventus with an Allegri, because you can say me whatever you want today. But Allegri, he understood 100%, and there is nobody on earth better than Massimiliano Allegri to understand how to make these changes. He didn't show it the last games, but he showed it today. Nuno Mendes for me was the player of Paris Saint-Germain, except of course, Mbappé. Mbappé, it's an extraterrestrial, it's a Martian. But Nuno Mendes did a really great game, playing on the left a lot of times. Since the beginning of the game, I understood it immediately. Allegri changed it with a Weston McKennie that I would have never bet a single penny on him today. I would never have put him on the field today because I don't know the progression he made during the training. Thank you, Space with a donation. Thank you, my buddy, really appreciate it, my friend. And then I will read your comments as well. I am angry, I am still angry because we lost. I don't like to lose, whatever you tell me. Can I request a McKennie bobblehead sticker? Man loves to score big headers. Yes, I'm asking myself, how is it possible that we saw that Weston McKennie today? Where was he versus Fiorentina? Where was he versus Spezia? Where was he versus Roma? Where was he versus Sampdoria? Where was he versus Sassuolo? This is what I'm asking myself. Locatelli rested a bit, and then we saw a total different Locatelli than the poor Locatelli from the beginning of the season. Cuadrado, that unfortunately has to play game in, game out because he needs to rest, because we are not seeing the real version of Cuadrado. Cuadrado, that, as I told you on the channel, should have been used this year as a sub or sub. Instead, he's playing. He's playing. Game in, game out. Game in, game out. Weston McKennie life. What we learn is that we can do better, have fun like Paris Saint-Germain, and do what we do. But Juventus, they needed a game like Paris Saint-Germain. Unfortunately, we were not able to equalize. Guys, I believe it was a fair result. If it's 2-2 today, nobody can say nothing. And now I see some players, blah, 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 blah. I repeat to some people that I know the usernames of the chat, that a lot of people told me, Beppe, I will not watch the game because we will lose 7-0. Huh? We were that close to recuperate them. Huh? 7-0, they were telling me. Huh? Anthony, our second goalkeeper, handled 3 of the best forwards money can buy. I'm not disappointed. We were weakened and still scared them. It's true. Steve Cano, McKennie did a great sub today. Mo, difficult time for Juve, but unfortunately we have to accept that this is the best what we can do at the moment. Always Forza Juve. I don't believe that that's the best that we can do. I believe we can do better, but we need a bit of conviction in ourselves. We need to believe that we can do these kind of performances. Then, if Weston McKennie understood that finally we can have some fun playing like Paris Saint-Germain, great, but I need to see it already on Sunday versus Salernitana. Allegri needs to work on getting the ball to Vlahovic. This is one of the problems that we had today. First of all, I'm pissed off with Vlahovic today. Pissed off. Not pissed off. He's young. He still needs to learn how to protect that ball, because this is a drama. This is really a drama in fighting one-on-one. He needs to grow there, and then we know the qualities of Dusan in front of the goal, but unfortunately we have to find him, and that was another problem. Juve can beat Paris Saint-Germain next time. It's 200% possible in our home. One game is not the other one. I tell you, Fedia, and thank you for your donation, my friend. I tell you, Paris Saint-Germain is stronger than Juventus. I will repeat it 100 times. We are playing 11 versus 11. If we are taking the individualities, they have more qualities than Juventus. Guys, you can't compare. 201 goals for the trio, Mbappé, Neymar and Messi, with the 2 of today in Champions League versus 1 of Dusan Vlahovic. What are we speaking about? What are we speaking about? Guys, they went with the acceleration, 1-2 passes, back heel, bam, bam, bam. They were great. They were great. What do you want to say? They are strong. They are stronger than Juventus. So I don't know what the other game will look like. But if we are starting to play like we played, that second half, I will tell you even that first half was not that much as a disaster. The problem is that you saw that Juventus had ideas, but they were not able to apply them because we were slow. Static, sterile possession at a certain moment. From the moment we understood with one change how to give velocity to that maneuver, to the way of building, we changed. Steve is saying Allegri in as blood, and thank you, Steve. I really want to say thank you to Steve, and then I will read the message of Zaki and Victor. I really want to say thank you to Steve and some other ones like Juve, that I don't know if he's here now or not, but it was not easy on the Juve channel, especially in first half, with so many bad comments. I saw also some disgusting comments wishing death to some players and so on. And he was there together for all the game together with me, writing some comments. Thank you for the support, Steve. You were absolutely amazing. Marian, ciao Marian. Allegri did great. Let me read the other comments. Ciao Azzurri Juve, ciao Lui, Pace, Bojan, Perin was immense. What a second goalkeeper. He saved a lot. He saved a lot. Ciao Abab, Loca entered well. Weston McKennie entered well. We changed half of our squad, so they need time to develop some fluidity. They need time, but we said it in Tutto Sport 2 days ago. So yesterday we said we need time, but we have no time. Guys, what we saw today is only the start. Should be the start of every single game. We will go into the details where we played left, right, center. You know it. And if you follow the channel since long, you know how much I said that I wanted a block of Juve, average block, that was playing higher. That's one thing what I said. I said we have to stop to only go to the right side. I want to see diversity, left, center, right. We will see if they did it. I saw already today a Paredes that touched double the balls that he touched versus Fiorentina. Paredes, man of the match, according to J. Tarek. I saw that Cecilia joined us as well. Keep the 3-5-2. A 3-5-2 that became a 4-3-3. The problem with 3-5-2, I will tell you, Marcello, is that you have only Cuadrado on the right. When Cuadrado is out, you have nobody. So I don't know how much we can see that 3-5-2. Ciao, Gabriel. Weston came on the pitch with the winning mentality. He needed to give these kind of signs. Zaki, thank you, Zaki. This is not the Juve we knew. I saw against Inter and many other games. No nasty edge, lacking the dark art. When we win the ball back, they stay on ground to influence the poor referee, and we were checking on them. Let me understand. This is not the Juve we knew. I saw against Inter and many other games. It's true. If you are saying that it's not yet the Juve level, I agree. I'm comparing with the start of the season, where we only saw 60 minutes of Juventus versus Roma, and that was it. No nasty edge, lacking the dark art. I don't understand. You're speaking too much with poetic words. When we win the ball back, they stay on ground to influence the poor referee, and we were checking on them. That's correct. We were not a perfect Juve. There are a lot of things that we have to do better, but it's a first step. It's a first step versus Paris Saint-Germain. If you compare the clubs, Juventus is a much bigger club than Paris Saint-Germain. Juventus has much history, has a lot of more trophies. We have everything we have as being Juventus. We don't have to be shy of Juventus club versus Paris Saint-Germain. Absolutely not. But in that historical moment of the 6th of September 2020, when you are seeing objectively the two teams and the state of Juventus and the negativity around the team, a team that, I repeat you, versus Fiorentina was not able to go over the opposition half, and you see what we did today, I can say that we are going in the right direction. Enough? No. The right direction, yes. And especially here, because we wanted to. We were a bit better today because they didn't press us at all. That's also a really great observation from Arif. Juventus is better with teams that are not pressing us. And we know it. When we have these teams that are pressing us, we have some difficulties. We still have some difficulties. Ciao, Cliff. We were close to the 2-2. It was a tight match. I agree 100% on Vlahovic. His possession needs a lot of work. I agree as well because I said it. So I'm happy that you agree with me. Ron, Michael, ciao, Giuseppe, Paredes. What a difference for Juventus. I just can't stand McKennie. He's always good in the important matches, but on the league, he doesn't care. I don't know if he doesn't care or not, but it's true that Juventus as a total was not the Juventus of today. Probably they had a really big motivation talk in the locker room, and also some tactical explanation where and what to do. McKennie did well. Ciao, Victor. Thank you, Victor. Ciao, Beppe. I thought we would be destroyed. I know, because I saw your comments today on YouTube, and yesterday ended up feeling we could have tied. Problem is we didn't try enough. Not even a cross in the last 10 minutes. I'm not sure about that, because I saw Juventus pressing even at the 85th minute, or trying to. Then, guys, don't forget you are playing versus Paris Saint-Germain. You are playing versus Paris Saint-Germain. A Paris Saint-Germain that is in the best moment of their history. Because if they had individualities in the past, today they are a team. Today I saw a team of Paris Saint-Germain which I didn't see in the past. We have to admit that they are stronger. It hurts me, yeah. It hurts me to say, but we have to be honest. They are stronger. From the moment they accelerate, mamma mia, mamma mia, that first goal is created out of nowhere. Eh? Neymar pass for Mbappe, boom. That second goal is created as crazy with Hakimi. Remember Hakimi? He became even better than when he was playing in Serie A with Inter and in the past to his other teams. What a player. What a player. Thank you for the donation, Victor. I'm happy that you watched the game at least. Ricky, grande Ricky, what a beautiful picture. Grande Ricky, grande Ricky. Thank you for the donation. Steve Cano, you're saying, Beppe, I hope Juve will go like that in every game, like a second half. Sherwin, Beppe, is Bernardo still here? Mamma mia, Bernardo was an annoying one. Liverpool would beat Paris Saint-Germain 4-0. I'm not sure, Red. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that. The Paris Saint-Germain that I saw today, I'm not sure. 3-5-2 with Rabiot, Paredes, and McKennie would be suitable for this season. I would not eliminate Miretti as fast as that. Attenzione. McKennie played 45 great minutes. But he has to show us a lot more. A lot more. Let me be a bit faster with the comments. Thank you for the donation. Sisman, Beppe, Benfica game is a must. Today, they won. But this is what Allegri said about the Benfica game. That's the crucial one to win. Today, he didn't say we will go and we will lose. Let's open our legs and we will lose. No, that's not what he said. That's not what he said. He said the crucial one is versus Benfica. That today, apparently, I didn't see it, but there was an amazing banger of a goal that I need to see in replay a bit later to start studying Benfica that we already play next week with Di Maria. Hopefully, he can avoid Salernitana to be back at 100% versus Benfica, his ex-team as well. Thank you for the donation, Sisman. New York Juventino, McKennie plays best when he comes off the bench. This season, I don't know, because this season he never played really well. Beppe, I appreciate Juve's efforts. And that's what we wanted to see. The efforts of Juve. We know that we are not perfect. We never, at least here on the channel, we never complain about Pogba not being here, Chiesa, Caio Giorgi, even if we never saw Caio Giorgi, but Di Maria, Bonucci playing back as the first game of the season, Paredes, we never complain about these kind of things. We try to be objective, but we know that these things exist, that these things are annoying, and that they are part of the reality. So we take care of it, we understand the situation, but what we wanted was this, here. The efforts of Juve and some combinations at certain moment. A better, for the first time I saw, you know what I saw? A Kostic in the last 45 minutes that I said, okay, because I was starting to be really scared about Filip Kostic. I tell you the truth, I was starting to be really scared about... I will exaggerate with the words just to give you an image. Did we buy a fraud? Did we buy a fraud? Luckily, the 45 minutes of Kostic that I saw in the second half were much better. We played very slow. First half, I totally agree. We accelerated a bit. Now, if you are comparing the acceleration of Paris Saint-Germain with the one of Juventus, no. But we accelerated in the second half. Thank you, Anthony V. V like Vendetta. Telegram lacks fino alla fine. All out. And we are garbage. Nothing constructive. Juventini need to remember who we are. I will say one thing first. There are a lot of new generation that never experienced what Juventus we were. They never experienced it. So who is the first one, more than myself on YouTube, to remember who we are? It's Juventus themselves on the field. Starting with performances like their second half. This is what Juventus needs to do. Then we are in a new generation. And guys, this is another talk. Thank you for a comment and your donation, Anthony. But that made me really angry. I was live. Steve was with me in the chat of the Juve chat. It's the new generation where it's up and down. You miss a goal and you concede what? It's Juve out. You score one, it's Juve in. Then you lose, Juve out. You win, but it's not as beautiful. It's Juve out, this out, Allegri out, Weston McKennie out. This Kostic is a fraud, is out, this. Guys, it's hard to analyze. Objectively a game, because I was showing some stats to the people during the live where the comments that I saw today, people that were wishing that to Rabiot, to De Sciglio, wishing that in the channel, official channel of Juve. I was not ashamed of my team. I was ashamed of some people that are writing these disgusting things. It is what it is. Beppe, man of the... Thank you for the donation, Anthony VM. I will go in the Telegram group and then we will start to ban some people that are exaggerating. Beppe, man of the match in the first half on Twitch. Thank you, GJ. Keep us all alive. Grande, Beppe. You know that I didn't see even live the goal of Weston McKennie because the image was gone. So I tried to animate the game just hearing what was happening in the stadium. You did great stream, Beppe, as always. Don't care about the bad comments. Twitch is full of younger people. No, but it's not. I didn't care. I didn't care. It's just some time. Paredes was really amazing. We need to see him with the same green time stamina for 90 minutes. I agree with Andrew from Denmark. Ciao, my buddy. Robert, grande Robert. I was afraid to watch it. You told me today on YouTube. Now I am proud of my Juventus. We scared Paris Saint-Germain towards the end. Please, guys, remember, Miretti is only 19. Forza Perin. I didn't see bad comments for Miretti, and I believe that the comments, if they are bad versus Miretti, guys, then we are maybe in another level of exaggeration, because never I would love to see a bad comment about Miretti. Miretti today, he found sometimes the spaces, but Paredes was not giving him the ball. Then he had also for him, guys, 19 years old. He just celebrated 19. First big game of Champions League versus Paris Saint-Germain in a team that was lacking of everything. So I would protect Miretti until I die. Until I die. McKennie did much better. That's the great thing, and that's what we are expecting from Texas boy. That's what we are expecting from the people that are entering from the bench. Then I have always been proud of Juventus. If today we would have lost 7-0, I would still love my Juventus, even maybe more, because it's in the difficult moment, the moment that hurts. When people are criticizing more, it's like you're criticizing my son. If you criticize Juventus, it's like you're criticizing my son. And then I start to be pissed off. And then I love Juve even more. Even more. Thank you for the donation, Robert. Robin van der Voort. They were diving so much like they were scared. They were. I was pissed off with Neymar at a certain moment. Egor, Rabiot has such a great shot. Why doesn't he use it? For me, if he does it one time a game, I'm already happy. I'm already happy. I received some messages from some people that are telling me, Beppe, I actually liked our team today. I don't like to lose, but I like that. Why doesn't he use it? If definitely has to cover his shot out. I believe that he played a really great game, Rabiot, today. Rabiot is a new signing for us, quality and class. I'm happy to see the comment of Samir. Steve Slick, grande Steve. Sorry that I'm being late. It's already 10 minutes that you wrote it. I will catch up a bit. And Beppe, great job today. Juve fought. It was what I expected. Juve is not full of strength. They will get better, but there were positives today. Forza Juve. After your comments, the one of Mlaggio and so on, we will go into stats, but also the one that you love. It's the team stats, where we played and so on, the average position of the team. Were we that deep or not? We will go through that because it's important, because that's what tomorrow I want to do. It's really going to the differences between the past Juve and the one that we saw today, because I saw some things that we have to build on. Thank you, Steve. Grande, Steve. Thank you. And thank you to Mlaggio, who's saying Miretti was not good. Beppe, do you think it will affect him mentally? I hope not, because he's still our treasure. No. I don't believe that it will affect him at all. Of course, he wanted to do the best performance in Champions League. Of course, he wanted to repay the trust. But guys, I'm sure he plays versus Salernitana. Knowing Allegri, he will put Miretti. He will put Miretti to give him again the trust. No, it will not affect him, because I know Max Allegri, all the bad things, I know them, I wrote them, and a lot of them I agree with you guys 100%. But if there are some good things, is that he knows how to take care of a young boy like Miretti, and he will talk with him. No. I don't believe it will affect him. He found the space. If you watch the game, he found sometimes the space and he didn't receive the balls. He also tried with some creative passes and so on. So, no. Shatterstar. Too much sitting back and waiting. Not enough man marking and forcing turnovers. The sitting back and waiting were 100% correct in first half. Second half at certain moments. But guys, don't forget that we have a long journey to go from where we come. Don't forget that. From where we come. But objectively, yes, it's true. A lot of time it was slow and we were waiting for some people to unmark themselves. What I love today is when Juventus started to accelerate the game, that we were playing better. And I believe that Juventus, like versus Fiorentina, versus Spezia at certain moments, versus Sampdoria, they need to understand that they have to do it accelerating that game. If they accelerate that game, if they push, we are faster and we start to be unpredictable. And then it's hard for the opposition team, but we have to do it. We have to do it. Space, grande space. Thank you. We can do more, just like in the second half. This is a step towards and in the right direction. Some key players are still missing, and the back three with Paredes could be good. Yes, I told you, my only problem with a three-man... let's go here first for a second. Let me put the window. So, I have to adjust some things, and guys, wait. I have to adjust some things, but if you're going to the graphics, here we go. But we don't have the names. I don't know why this time we don't have the names. But if you see, we are playing a 3-5-2. That's the first part of the game. If you're looking at average position without the substitution, you see a Juventus in purple that is in the opposition half with Rabiot, Miretti, Kostic, Vlahovic, and Milik. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players with our numbers. What am I saying? Where are we at? Even Danilo. Mamma mia, he was super high. I was confused. I was not expecting Danilo here. I was absolutely not expecting Danilo here. He was high. He was high. Paredes here. If you see, only Bonucci and Bremer were in the back. Look at Juventus. Look at Juventus. That's a total different Juventus in terms of average block. If then we are showing the substitutes, you see that also the substitute, you see them, and now there are a lot of person on the field. But look at where the purple dots will go. They don't go in defense. Look where they are going. They are going super high on the field. At least it was a big battle in the midfield. But that's what we were asking to Juve. Then if you are looking at the attacking thirds, look at Juventus. 30% on the right side, 30% centrally, 40% on the left. What does that mean? That Juventus, they have more ideas than a year ago. A year ago, they were going, and you know it on the channel, all of them on the right side. We are starting to change the mentality. We are starting to say, let's go, alternate, variate the game, left, right. But now, of course, we have to be more precise, more convinced, and we have to do it with consistency and faster. But the premises are there. Then we have a lot of other stats. We will go through them in a second. But thank you for your comment space. I totally agree. Again, that three-man midfield, and that's... let me show it again. Let me show it again. If you go towards the formation, this is Juventus. If you take back Cuadrado, that was not great today, but it was a difficult one, because Nuno Mendes, Messi or Mbappe or Neymar on that left wing, mamma mia. Mamma mia. But who do you put instead of Mbappe? Oh, Mbappe. Magari. If only. Who do you put on the right side of the field if it's not Cuadrado? Ron Rusitano, the thing that stood out the most is the speed difference between these two teams. PSG speed was very impressive. First half, I was speaking about it during the live on Twitch. They accelerate, they kill everyone. And precise. These are skills. The skills, the level of the players of Paris Saint-Germain in not losing the ball, in being precise with these passes, guys. Juve Daddy saying he's not upset. We won the second half. We move forward. Well, I am because if we don't win or at least equalize after today's performance, for me it's like. And you know why I'm pissed off? Because this game we should have done the same versus Fiorentina. That's what makes me angry. You do like that versus Fiorentina, or second half, you kill them, eh? Ciao Italiano, or whoever you are. So I need to see the replica of that game versus Salernitana. I want to kill them. Tinci, first of all, Paris Saint-Germain is not even at the level of other European clubs. Anyone saying Paris Saint-Germain is favorite to win the Champions League is crazy. Juve played poor just like we did the last few years. And here you find myself not agreeing with you, Tinci. Is Juventus today a performance of semi-final of Champions League? No. I agree. No. Is it winner Scudetto? If you play with consistency like today, you kill Serie A. Because the level of competition is packed in Serie A, but the quality is not the same. Is it enough to play versus a Chelsea, a Liverpool, a Manchester City? No. Then, I don't agree with you, Tinci, if you are telling me that Paris Saint-Germain is not at the level of the other European clubs. I don't agree. I have always been against Paris Saint-Germain, and I have always said that. Always. For the way of conducting, but if we're speaking just about the field, I always said they will not win. I'm not scared about it. They can do a lot of things, but they will not win because they are not a team. Today I saw a team of Paris Saint-Germain. Today I saw a team that was much stronger than the team I saw last year. That's what I saw. Let me go a bit faster because I did Ron Rositano. Now it's Live is Crazy. Let me go back to Live is Crazy. Thank you for waiting, guys. I'm really sorry. I will go. Now I will stop. I will just answer and go. Answer and go. Live is Crazy. I hate that we have to get hit in the mouth to fight back. I want the players to work hard from minute one. Grande Pepe, great work on Twitch. Thank you, Life is Crazy. I believe that goal of Paris Saint-Germain, guys, it's unstoppable. It is unstoppable. It's not because Juventus, and I will watch the game later again, just to be sure about what I'm saying, because the impression I have is that Juventus, between the first minute and the 5th minute, was not saying we don't play or we do a park the bus. That's not what Juventus said. Juventus tried. But then you have that thing from Mbappe, and then you have 5 minutes of being confused. You start believing again in yourself and not playing well. Start believing yourself. You go with that header of Milik that should have gone with a 1-1. Then you have Donnarumma. He's saving, doing a miracle. And after that, bing, you're punched again in your face. In a team that is looking for some confidence, it's not the best thing. I don't know what Allegri said in the locker room to go back and to do that performance. And it's not a stellar epic. We agree. Let's not exaggerate. But, guys, we follow Juve. We see from where we come and what we were able to deliver today. Ciao Richard, that is here today. Adbin is saying, Beppe, not gonna lie, I was about to have an heart attack at the 20th minute, but as we moved on, the team starting playing better, and even though we are missing most of our top players, the lads kept fighting. I agree with that. Ciao Nick, we underestimate our team. I believe that they underestimate themselves, and that's where it starts. Liverpool has been in the mud recently. Anyway, it's a great team, huh? It's a really great team. McKennie did well today, but on the average, he has poor ball control. He's not good enough. If you tell me, I give you 45 million and you sell McKennie, I tell you yes. Next round. Hey. Milan drew, I didn't know. 1-1 or 2-2? Ali. Beppe, Paredes and Perin are MVP. Rabiot was not that bad. Can we put 4 men in MVP? Who do you choose, guys? Even if I don't like MVP when we are losing, yeah? I don't like that. PSG versus Juve. Let's put Perin. Let's put Paredes. I need some other names. Perin, Paredes. I will put Rabiot because I heard it. I don't know if Kostic deserves to be there. Perin, Rabiot, Paredes, Kostic. Kostic. I see some Paredes. I see some Kostic. Danilo played great. Danilo played great as well. I agree with Danilo, guys. Danilo played a constant big game. Yeah, I will put Danilo. Kostic second half was great, and he gave me a bit of trust because I lost a bit of trust in him. Paredes, we will go individually on him, but let me catch up with the messages because then people will kill me and they will be correct if they do so. But you know what the problem is, that I'm speaking, I take time to answer the questions and then I lose them. Wait, because there was first of all, there was Wally James that renewed for the 11th consecutive month. Thank you, Wally. And he's saying, Beppe, we need to speed up our attack. I totally agree. Thank you, Wally. Thank you, Wally. And thank you to be my friend. Zaki, don't get me wrong. I'm happy that we played the way we play tonight, but our players are just too nice compared of how other teams are trying to influence the ref. We need to be nasty. Here, I shake you the hand, Zaki. I agree, but this is also part of what Bonucci. Bonucci is always mocked. People hate him and so on and so on. He said, we lost that DNA of Juventus and we are trying to build it back, and it's not easy. And these are the moments where we see it. We are not. Look at the other ones. Complaining on the ground, yelling, going, surrounded the referee. This is something that we have to do like we did in the past with some players like Montero, if we want to go back really in the past, but not only, Vidal and so on and so on. We miss it. And that goes with also, I am the boss and I can do it. So I totally agree with Zaki on that one. Rafa Black and White, ciao grande. Juve did right, let's be honest. Well, I'm honest. I'm honest. We can do better, especially if you know Juventus since 35 years. I don't accept mediocrity, but I'm happy to see Juventus waking up and trying. And in the game today, if we do 2-2 versus Paris Saint-Germain, nobody can complain. Nobody can complain. Peter, and thank you for your donation, my friend, my Rafa Black and White. Peter, this was Miretti's biggest game in his life career, so he has a lot of runaways. I agree. Anthony V, I told my wife when the match started to watch how many times Neymar hits the ground, and as much as they give the credit to Mbappe, I would say Donnarumma solely kept Juve out of the net. Absolutely. Adbin, you said it, Beppe. When people criticize Juve over nonsense, it gets me angry too. Especially with things like that, which at the end of the day, football isn't not more important than anyone else. I totally agree. Cecilia, grande Cecilia, Rabiot is playing really well. I'm happy that Cecilia is appointing it again. He plays really well. By the way, he's in the top 4. Who are the people voting at the moment? It is Paredes with 51%, 34% for Perin, 9% for Rabiot, 5% for Danilo. Let me go to other comments. Ciao Nicolo Bonazzo. I didn't like Quadrado and Bonucci performance. Guys, if we have to speak about Quadrado, for me, Quadrado, I would not have played him. He was obliged to play. So I don't even want to be too nasty with Quadrado because even Allegri didn't want to play him. 4-3-3 without Quadrado was the initial idea. It is what it is. Now, you see a difference. Every time they went, they passed him as crazy. And even Bonucci. I liked Bonucci. I will not go with Nicolo on that one. On Quadrado, I agree. I agree on Quadrado. On Bonucci, I want to say half and half. You know what's remaining in the heads of the guys, of the people? It's Bonucci passed away like that. But the problem is he's 35, guys. He needs 2 other ones that are covering him. And that's why I believe that the 3-5-2 is better for Bonucci. Otherwise, he's exposed like that and he can't. He just can't. It's impossible. It's impossible. I saw at a certain moment Mbappe dribbling Rabiot. No, dribbling. Passing Rabiot with a velocity that, mamma mia. Mamma mia. Mamma mia. Danilo was high. Did I say that? Well, sometimes, guys, that my English is average, and you know that it's already a miracle that I'm able to speak for 5 hours in a row in English. So if you are expecting me to say only great things, then you are in the wrong channel. Other things about the first goal, you can see that Mbappe and Neymar play together for years. Our players, some of them plays 1-2 game together. It's correct. Andrew, agree with you with why didn't they play this one from the start? Well, first, if you are speaking about the start of the season, Paredes was not there. Paredes was not there. I tell you. Paredes was not there. 102 touches for Paredes. So I said 84. I stopped counting. Apparently it's more. So we'll go into its individual stats of the player who touched the most the balls. 100. Crazy. Emran. Thank you from your donation, Emran. And sorry if I'm super late. 7 minutes. I'm in average. Today. Emran says that we play much better in a 3-5-2. We should keep playing that way. Paredes is the... But I'm waiting for your answers and solution, guys. Who do we put? Because all people, and we agree, Cuadrado, he needs 5 games of rest. 3-5-2 without Cuadrado. Who do you put on the right side? Write it. Who do we put on the right side? I don't know. Sincerely, I don't know. But I agree with the 3-5-2. I'm speaking about 3-5-2 since March 2021. No, March 2022. That I want a 3-5-2 for this season. Then 3-5-2 with Di Maria. It's another 3-5-2, guys. I don't know if Di Maria is great in that 3-5-2. Not sure. Danilo, mamma mia. No, guys. If you play 3-5-2, Danilo is in the center of the defense. De Sciglio. Paredes is the first Juve midfielder who saw Vlahovic made a run between opponent's defense and passed the ball to him immediately. It's correct. Mommy, today the sliding tackles of Paredes were great, but also the vision. I was just a bit pissed off with him because he was not fast enough to give these balls in the first half. He increased his velocity, so I'm just waiting for him to be at 100% because he's not. So now we go to what I promised you that I wanted to show you. Sorry for the layout, but I didn't find a way to show you perfectly. But wait, let me arrange it a bit because we need to see something about the players' individuality. So where do I have to go? Here. Okay, here. So attenzione, make it a bit smaller here. And no. It's a disaster. Anyway, okay, stay there. So if we are going at player individuality, let's go on the distribution of balls. What do we see? Leandro Paredes, 102 touches. But this is what we need to have. Because last games, Bremer was the one that was touching the most balls. Bremer was touching the most balls. And it's okay, one game. It's okay, why not? But not as a standard, not as a basic. Paredes is the one that should touch the most balls. Then, if you have Bonucci, Danilo, and even Bremer, let's say Bremer with 60 balls that are touching, it's normal, it's okay. But Paredes should touch them, and today he touched them with a 95% pass accuracy. 95% pass accuracy. We were speaking about Dusan Vlahovic that we didn't see a lot. He was not really involved, but he touched 24 balls. Do you remember that first half, or I don't remember what game, I think it was Sampdoria, where he touched 3, and in total, I believe in total of the game, 12 or something like that. He touched 24 balls. Same as Arkadiusz Milik. Milik didn't impress me that much today, and then he has that shot on with a header. Paredes man of the match from the people here in the chat with 350 votes. Not bad at all. Followed by Perin, Rabiot, and Danilo. So, what about Locatelli? From the moment he entered, Locatelli did 25 balls. It's nearly as much as what he did versus the last team he played, Fiorentina. 25 balls for Locatelli. Nearly as much. And great, huh? Great today, Locatelli, when he entered. McKennie, 32, but everyone, 621 touches of balls from Juve with a 91% pass accuracy. I want to go to the, you know how much I care about these stats. I will show you the one that I really care about. Let me open it. And then we'll read again the other comments. No, not this one. Not this one. Not this one. Not this one. Here, this one. Okay, here. So, in terms of ball possession, 57-43. Pass duels won 50-50. The aerial duels, we won them. Interception, they had a bit more than us. But here, look at the difference. Look, 91% pass accuracy. Look at the other stats in Serie A. It's absolutely far from the 91% pass accuracy. But the most shocking one for me, and this is what a team needs to have, it's 86% pass accuracy in opposition half. This is for me why Juventus played better today than the other games. In the other games, we were bad. We arrived at 63%, 70% of pass accuracy in opposition half. It's not like, that's why I always tell you these stats are important. I don't care about expected goals. What does that mean? I expect, and then nothing happens. What do you expect? No, I'm expecting here it's true. Here it's true. It's not expected. It's not I expect that you are doing well the pass. No, do me the pass well, yes or no? 86%. 86%. We see it. It's clear. It's clear. There are no lies. Then 13 shots, 15 shots, 4 on target, 6 on targets. You see why Paris Saint-Germain, 90%. That's an immense level. In opposition half, 93% pass accuracy in total. Shots, 40%, and we have 30%. These are the stats that I love to see. I don't like the result. Of course, I don't like it. But now we are starting to speak about a team that's the minimum what I expect. Total duels, 12 for Rabiot. Lot of time criticized. 12 duels, 6 won, so it's a 50%. He was everywhere, Rabiot. Defensively, he was everywhere. In terms of shots, look at that. 3 for Kostic, 1 on target. 3 from Dusan, 1 on target. 1 on target for Weston McKennie. The goal. Arkadiusz Milik, 1 on target. Unfortunately, he didn't score. It could have been a great stat that we needed. And then you see Locatelli, 2 attempts. You see how many attempts? 13 attempts. 13 attempts. Now we are speaking about a Juventus that try. At least they try. Can we go to the advanced graphic? Look at Juventus. Juventus is in purple. A lot of time, of course, from inside the box. But a lot of time from inside the box, the shots. Some even from outside. You see Locatelli from outside. Kostic from outside. And this should be Rabiot, I believe. If I'm not wrong. Is it Rabiot? Yeah, it was Rabiot. And Rabiot. Do you see it? Yeah, you see. Big difference. Big difference. Personally, I love this one. I don't know you guys. But I love a Juventus that is going with multiple solutions. Now we have to be more killers and more precise. Thank you, Emran. Let me check that I didn't forget anybody. Simon, I forgot Simon. Let me go back to Simon. Simon Villarreal. Hola, Simon. Thank you for your message. Ciao, Beppe. Do you think that Allegri will play Sule or Gatti? Seeing that Quadrado and Bonucci are too old to keep up. No. Forget about seeing Gatti to substitute Bonucci. That doesn't mean that Gatti will not play. Gatti will play. He will play. But not to substitute Bonucci. Because, guys, Bonucci is the one that is inventing you something from the back. Sometimes, let me check a bit of Bonucci. I'm curious about Bonucci. Now that you tell me, I'm really curious because I didn't check Bonucci. So if you are looking at Bonucci, player distribution, Bonucci, 90% pass accuracy, 66 ball touches, passes in final third, 86%, 7 passes there. If you're looking at the defense of Bonucci, clearances, most clearances of the game, 4 clearances, 1 foul conceded, 1 tackle. So no, not for Bonucci, but Gatti can play, yes, but not for Bonucci. I don't know if the 3-5-2 will be a consistent lineup. I don't see the 3-5-2 being a consistent because we don't have the players for that. Zenit, attenzione, Zenit. Zenit, thank you for reminding me. I need to read your comment. That's good that you tell me, guys. Sometimes it goes fast, but when you tell me and I see them, I try to go for it. So 1 second, Zenit, and I will read yours. Simon is also thinking about Sule. Sule is a bit light. Sule is a bit light. When will we see Sule? If we play versus Salernitana, if we start winning versus Salernitana, if you secure a 3-0, he will gain some confidence and he will start growing there. Also for him, he needs a bit of muscles. What Miretti was able to do, he needs to do it as well. It's another journey. Zenit, finally, Zenit, attenzione. Zenit is saying Beppe, and I'm sorry that I didn't see it. He's renewing his membership for the 11th month. Zenit, tell me in the chat that you forgive me. Zenit is saying, Beppe, we need a player in between the lines. The space between the strikers and defensive midfielders is too great. Also, our wingers need to be more wide. The player between the lines, we have him. And it is Miretti. But we need patience. We need patience for Miretti. We need patience for Miretti. Today, he didn't play the best game since he arrived. But let's put it into context. But I saw some, not a lot, some without ball movements from Miretti that was doing exactly that. But give him time. But he's the player that is playing between the lines. Then, if we need a bit more, that we are playing a bit more wide, today it was also really dangerous to play too wide with our wingers because they needed to come back. They needed to come back to give also some support. Guys, we're playing, don't forget that, Mbappé, Neymar, and Messi up front. Attenzione, attenzione. So I'm still waiting for Zenit to confirm that we saw it. After Zenit, we had to speak about who? Let me check. Simon Villarreal, we had already. Elias, grande Elias. Elias, thank you, buddy. Elias saying, Beppe, I would play Di Maria on the right in a 3-5-2 with Kostic on the left. No. Paredes, Rabiot, and Miretti, attack and defense remain the same. No. Thank you for the donation, Elias. No, because Di Maria is not able to do it. I tell you clear and loud, he's not able to do it. He's not able to do what Cuadrado, that is not informed, is already not able to do. But Di Maria, no. No, impossible. Then if you're telling me, Beppe, we are playing a 3-5-1-1 with Di Maria between the lines, I agree. I accept. I tell you yes. 3-5-2 with Di Maria, and he can't do it. Because you will kill him. You will kill him. Immediately. After 10 minutes, he will ask to be subbed out. And he never really played in that 3-5-2 as a real wing. You will miss his qualities. It's a pity, huh? Or you have to go towards a 3-4-3. A 3-4-3, which is another possibility, but not Di Maria on the wing. Then if you're telling me Paredes, Rabiot and Miretti, I think it's not the last time that we see them in that 3-man midfield. Regardless if it's a 4-3-3, 3-5-2, 3-4-3 or whatever, it's not the last time that we see them. So I agree. Kostic, if he's the Kostic of that second half, yes. And then for the attack, I don't believe that we will see a lot of time Milik and Vlahovic. Because they will alternate also sometimes. Otherwise, it makes no sense. Allegri is already saying, now we have Salernitana, that will be a much more difficult game than this one. And I agree on that. And I agree on that because I know these guys. When did we do the best games? Two teams, the best game. One we lost, one we drew. One we lost, one we drew. What are the best games that Juventus played this season? 60 minutes versus Roma. They wanted to do well versus Dybala, Tammy Abraham, Mourinho. They wanted to do really well, 60 minutes. And then today, Paris Saint-Germain, Salernitana is much, much more difficult. Sisman is answering. Much more difficult because you don't motivate yourself the same way than versus Paris Saint-Germain. And that's a pity. I remember, I tell you, thank you, Dino, for joining the membership. Grande, Dino. Really, really appreciated, Dino. And then I have to go back to Gianluca and Mohamed Youssef. Guys, I hope that I didn't forget anybody. Normally, no. Aldo Bonasso is writing as well. We had more than 3 minutes in the opposition half today. A big improvement. Hey, yeah. 3 minutes last time. On 20, how much? 21 total. Only 3 minutes. But the anecdote I wanted to tell you really fast is the one of David's. I already told it. There's a certain moment he's looking at his teammates in the locker room when they were putting their kids to start playing the game, and he was asking, who do we play with today? And they said, now I have a blackout, but they said, for example, it's an example, Monza. It was Piacenza, I believe. Piacenza or Perugia or Piacenza. And then he said like, and are they strong or not? He didn't know. He didn't know which team we were about to play. He was in the locker room, put him his clothes on, about to enter the field. He didn't know who they were. Can you imagine? He didn't know. But at the end of the game, he was the best. He was man of the match. And that was David's, that it was Barcelona, that it was Perugia, Monza, Salernitana. He didn't care. He was constantly playing that high level of density, quantity, quality, whatever you want, technique, tactique, whatever you want, he was there. And that's why Allegri said, because Allegri is saying what some people were saying a bit earlier. It was Zakir, I believe. Zaki Warfa, I believe. That was saying being a bit nasty because we are still weak a bit in that leadership. Expected result or issue. Expected result, Mohammed. Thank you for your nation. Expected. Some people were expecting a 7-0 loss. If I have to read everything they were writing. Our issue was attacking and our eyes on the back lines. No confidence in attacking at all. Paredes, Milik, Kostic, Perin were playing with no fear. Bonucci didn't seem a leader. It's true about Bonucci. I was trying to think. I didn't see the Bonucci that was waking up everyone. The vocal Bonucci, I didn't see him. I didn't think about it. It's true. It's true. It's correct. Thank you for the donation and thank you for reminding me because it's something I was not even taking care about or paying attention to. Luke M. Good boy Beppe also need to look at chance creation. It's true. Chiesa is missed today. That's why I never speak too much about Chiesa because he's not there. Did I miss Gianluca Aurelio? Wait, attenzione. Message of Gianluca Aurelio. First, Quasarchi. How was Miretti today, guys? I couldn't watch the game. Not his best game, but I would absolutely not throw him a stone. It was good in a Juventus that was not 100% good in the first half. Not perfect. Honestly, people are just being so unrealistic and random negativity about Bonucci. A lot of time we are too harsh on Bonucci. Bonucci is one of the players that if he's missing one thing in the game, even if he did 9 things well and 1 thing bad, we will smash him. This is forever. He will always have that It is what it is. That's Bonucci. Rabiot is a bit the same. Even if Rabiot, since the beginning of the season, is starting to conquer some hearts. Attenzione, attenzione. Gianluca, ciao Beppe, what would you think about Gatti? Maybe Gatti has tall growth first as a center back and Danilo on the right in a 3-5-2. Forza Beppe, Forza Juve. Well, thank you for your comment, Gianluca. No, that Gatti can play in the three-man defense, I'm curious to see him because I'm discovering Gatti together with you guys. I'm discovering him. I saw a few games with Frosinone last year, yes, where he was a real leader. He played well the game that he played when I was there at the stadium versus Spezia. Still have the armband here, but I need to discover him. The problem is he will not sub Danilo for Danilo to play in that 3-5-2 because Danilo, also him, we are going towards Danilo more and more center back because he has sometimes difficulties as a right back to give that offensive power. He's able to give you that defensive power, but not the runs that you need as a right back. So imagine if you are giving him all the wing. That would be really difficult for Danilo. I believe he will totally collapse there. I believe. I really believe. Grazie Gianluca. After that we have Jockey. Sometimes I take Miretti was the best player in the first half. I'm not sure if he was the best. But that yellow card, of course, that yellow card impacted a lot. Dino always reporting, and I already read it. Thank you, Dino. Electronero, okay, some nice stats, but the overall impression was a febrile team with little courage and a very slow passing play. In defense, we lacked much more aggressiveness. We looked like kids. Electronero is seeing the same game as I saw because what he's saying is correct. But you can't say that this Juventus was already in one step towards the right direction and that Juventus was already a lot more aggressive, a lot more precise in passes, a lot more fast in the second half than in the first one. So we are not there yet, and I agree. And what you are saying is objectively true. We miss aggressiveness in the back because we need to find again some leadership skills. The first time that we are playing a 3-5-2 with Danilo, Bremer and Bonucci. It's the first time that we are playing with Rabiot, Miretti and Paredes. It's the first time, huh? The first time that Milik and Vlahovic plays together from the first minute, and we already saw some improvements. It's a team, guys. It's a team that should win the Serie A. Let's be bold now. This team should beat Serie A. Should win Serie A. And then you train and you become better and you have a way to go. 4-3-3, 3-5-2, 4-4-2. I don't care. Chiesa will be back at some point. Yes, not today. Giuseppe, Milik has impressed, seems to be more informed than Dusan Vlahovic. Don't forget that Dusan Vlahovic was fighting against pubalgia, growing pain. What changed in the player or with Allegri to be able to flip the team from the Fiorentina game? If it wasn't for M&M, they would have scored. What has changed? Mr. Allegri, Di Maria and Szczesny should be back for the return game against Paris Saint-Germain. Pogba, surely not. Maybe Chiesa. Aldo Bonasso. That doesn't mean that Di Maria and Szczesny will not see them before, because the game of Paris, if I'm not wrong, is on the 6th of November. So, guys, don't be stressed. It's just answering than the game at home versus Paris Saint-Germain. These two players should be there. Pogba surely not. Maybe Chiesa. Let's see. What has changed? First of all, a team that didn't want to do just going there and saying, go, let's go, beat us. So you have the pride of the players first. And then we know that Allegri, he can prepare these games. Then I told all of you, don't care about the words he said in post game. Don't care about the words he said in post game. It was already a drama. And no, we will go there. They will kill us. Calma. I know Allegri more than my brother. But Giuseppe, him talking passively won't hurt the atmosphere in the team. Robert, please tell me who you're speaking about, because now I'm a bit lost. Sam, Juve is solid defensively. The attacking part, you only see flashes of good performances. It's true. It's true. And that's where we have to grow. Maybe 3-5-4-1 with Di Magia behind. Yes, that's what we were speaking. Danielson, Ronaldo dos Santos, San Valentino. I will have to go to bed now. Grande Beppe. It's over 12 a.m. over here. Boy, not here as well. Hopefully you are still there to see that I wished you a beautiful night. JT, did I forget? No, I'm back. I'm back with the comments. JT Pip, Grande GT. Thank you for the donation, buddy. He's saying, Beppe, 38 years I have been watching my old lady, 80s, 90s, up until now. We rise, we fall. Give this squad until the new year. We will once rule again. Number 39, always commemorating the drama in Hazel and the people that passed away. So that's always a beautiful message from our friend GT that is reminding what happened there. Well, first of all, I am someone, as you are, a bit from the old ones. I made one time a stat from the last 40 years or something like that, where you see the cycles of Juventus. And with cycles, I mean that there were not a lot of time where Juventus needed more than 5 years to be totally back. A lot of time it's like 2 years, 3 years, and then you win again. Serie A. I'm speaking about winning Serie A. I believe that in 42 years, only a couple of times we were out of the top 4. In 42 years, a couple of times. It was like maybe,
La Juve.
I don't know, five times, 6 times. I don't remember by heart now. And sometimes you fall. And then you raise. And that's why I was pissed off with someone in the Twitch chat earlier that was keeping repeating. Stop the blood. Do we need to suffer until the end of the game? Can we stop it? Referee, please whistle. Guys, if we are not able to support our team, I'm not saying accept mediocrity. I'm not saying being happy that we lost only 2-1. Never being happy that you lost. Never being happy that you lost today. But starting to wishing dead. Starting to say, stop, I don't want to watch the game. I'm scared. No. This is sport. You win, you lose. You accept. You try to see the positive. You see the negatives. You pound them out. You speak about them. At the end, hey guys, we are not changing anything. Allegri is not listening to you. He's not listening to me. Agnelli is not listening to you, to me. Today I saw people that said we hope that we lose versus Paris Saint-Germain 7-0 so that the management, they will open their eyes. Do you really believe that they need to open their eyes? They know the value of the team. They know the value of the coach. They know what they are doing in terms of progression. Do you really think that they need a loss of 7-0? The 7-0, it's on you guys. It's on you. You take it. You ate it. And you go in front of the school of work with that 7-0. That's where you go. 7-0. And you believe that Daniele will sack Allegri now? Like that? Guys, stop. Today I had to read Klopp out as well. Today, not today, but beginning of the season. Marco, besides not being a leader, Bonucci is so slow. He's slow. We saw it, huh? Bonucci is slow. You're correct, guys. Our speed around their box was not good today. We need to increase our tempo a lot if we want to open up. Yeah. But we spoke about it, huh? The speed was something. You saw the difference. Zaki Warfa. If you are center back and you struggle against physical player and suffer against fast player, what's there to defend? Tonight, Bonucci doesn't do the dirty work like Bremer and Danilo. Neither does he cover the space. Yeah, Jackie, tonight you are correct. Tonight, you know that I like Bonucci. Not my favorite one. But I like Bonucci because I see some qualities in him. The qualities that I don't see in him are leadership. That's true. I already said it multiple times. He's not fast. And it's difficult to play versus physical players like Zapata, for example. But he has also some good parts. Thank you, Jackie, for the donation. But he has also some good parts. Today, don't forget, he's coming back and probably he should not even have play. Let's wait before judging, but it's true that Bonucci will not be that long a starter for Juve. He will not be long a starter for Juve because of the age, because of physical problems. Today we were exposed on the being fast of the other people versus a Quadrado versus a Bonucci. It's true. On the other hand, I want also to point out that Bonucci, attenzione, let's not exaggerate because he's not the bad player that a lot of people think. Then, in the things that you are appointing, you are correct, Zaki. You are correct. Shervin, Beppe, do you think that Miretti got subbed off because of the yellow card, of course, to protect him? Yes, because you don't know how he will react. It's new for him, huh? And also because it's not only guys, subbing out is not always punishing a player. It's a tactical choice that was a winning tactical choice. He has put McKennie on Nuno Mendes and he stopped Nuno Mendes. I was speaking for 3 days that the game would have been won versus Kostic and Hakimi. We didn't see that, except of Hakimi 2 times, 1 time for that goal and another time something really crazy. Is it because Kostic in that first half was invisible but cancelling Hakimi? I don't know. But the one that surprised was Nuno Mendes on the other side. He rested versus Nantes. If I'm not wrong, he rested versus Nantes. He played today. He played really well. Huh? Really well. And then he entered Weston McKennie instead of Miretti. Maybe if it was a more experienced player, he would have maybe changed him in the first half, but he would never have done that to a kid like Miretti. So he explained it. I don't believe that that it was a punishment change. Then Aldo, we already said it. I agree, Beppe. We have more quality than Milan and Inter. We just need the right mind and tactic. Karim, our biggest issue is that we create a hill to climb. A great Juventus in one half is not enough. Here you are seeing something super obvious but super important. We need that continuity. One game at the time at Juve. We continue to improving. Going forward, I will look at this match as a positive. If we keep taking one step forward and 1 step back, then this game isn't a positive. It's just a loss. Perfect at Juve. Perfect. Sasha, we weren't terrible today. Some people only see the negative and never see the positive side. It's true. glass half full, glass half empty. And the Juve versus Paris Saint-Germain is the 2nd of November. Then we got Inter that weekend when I will be there. That would be a beautiful night. Double combo. Beppe, 4 hours of live, please. When? When? No. You're crazy. You're crazy. Mohamed. Grande. Mohamed today is in form, eh? Beppe, why we only show effort in big games if most players are new to the team? Coach motivation skills? I'm thinking, I'm not just taking a break and not watching the screen. It's a good question. It's a good question. But of course, we know it. How many times? Every single coach said it. You don't prepare in a motivational way. You don't prepare Juve Paris Saint-Germain. You don't prepare Juve Inter. These games in a motivational part, they motivate. They work themselves. You don't need a coach to motivate it. Guys, if you're not motivating as a player to play Juve Paris Saint-Germain, Juve Liverpool, Juve City, Juve Roma, Juve Milan, then there is a problem. Then there is a big problem. That's one. Then the other games, why are we not that motivated? I can't answer. I wish I could. Lack of personality, lack of grinta, lack of DNA, maybe not understanding 100% what it means to play in a club like Juve. I don't know. Michael 10 is giving me something also that I love, that I really love. He's saying, Beppe, we have to start to win matches regularly from now on. Well, we will have the occasion now because we are playing every 3 days. Every 3 days. Giulio, Beppe, the harsh messages are from the little kids. Don't pay too much attention to them. No, but it's okay. It's just that I see it, but it's not. I don't want to put it too much on the little kids because it's not true. It's not true because I know a lot of people, also mature big boys, that are writing stupid things, really stupid things. So then my son is 14. He has Twitter. He knows how to behave. I went down. I was really angry that we didn't win because he loves Juve. He loves Juve. He was angry. My son has a problem with anger more than me. I already hate losing. My son is like 10 times me. 10 times me. He wanted to win so much that game. He said a 7-0 I would have understand. Losing like this, I don't accept. He was angry. He was really angry. And that's one of the things, sometimes post-live, I have no time to really speak with him. I have to wait the day after because then he has to go to sleep and I start here with the live. New York Juventini will rewatch the game. I will do the same later. I will do the same. Champions League is Champions League. It's easy to motivate yourself in that competition. It's true. It's true. It's totally correct from Bogdan. Ciao, Bogdan. Mr. Dax, that was the birthday yesterday, Beppe. What's the longest live you have ever been? I did one live on this channel for 6 hours 30. It was for charity. It was for fighting against cyberbullying. It was in December, where I had a lot of guests entering, leaving, always other guests that stayed like 30 minutes each. And it was for charity where we raised a lot of money. We gave everything in charity. 6 hours 30 in a row, without me going for a drink or to the bathroom. I just spoke. Then, if I'm really honest, guys, today I started at 8 p.m. on the Juve channel pre-game. Then I do the watch-along. I start immediately here. Every game I do like 4 hours, 35 hours. Every match day. It's usual. It's just that you don't see it because I jump from one to the other. But I one day yeah, my son, he has grinta a lot. Yeah. Even when he's playing FIFA or so on, because his room is just over here, and every time when he's losing, he's putting the controller on the ground. But when Juve is losing, he's pissed off, huh? But pissed off. And I'm already angry. So if I have to calm down to calm him, it's difficult, huh? Emotion, uh, the emotion management is quite difficult in the family GJustjuve. I've been watching football since 91, 92, and Mbappe has to be one of the fastest players I ever seen. Mamma mia, what a speed today. I'm laughing about it because it was just. It's like my screen is in fast forward mode. He was fast. 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 He was fast. Paul Enrico is saying give Bonucci a break. Stop now because he has the heart, the grinta, leadership, long passes, scores, and take penalties. He's not at 100%. I bet Danilo and Bremer were happy to have him there. He's doing dirty work a lot of time that we don't always see immediately when we are watching the game. But I said it, Paul, and I agree with you. If Bonucci is doing a mistake, it's going to multiply that much. If he's doing good things, we halve them. This is the curse of Bonucci. He went to Milan and he will always have that. Always. Yeah, it was a charity for cyberbullying. A good cause, yes. Lot of emotion. You know what's the worst thing? No, the worst is that we lost. The second worst thing is that I had a black screen. I had a black screen for the goal of Weston McKennie. I didn't see live first the goal of Weston McKennie. I heard it with the voice of Enrico Zambruno, but I didn't see it. So I celebrated without knowing what kind of goal it was. So then I took my phone. I saw the goal already because my phone there is always 30 seconds delay. And I saw the goal, but mamma mia. So we spoke about the stats, the individual one, the team stats. We spoke about the emotions. We spoke about a lot of things. What else? Mr. Dax, it's Christine, not Nicole. Christine. Yeah, hey guys, it's a lot of stress. It's because not only I have to stress about my team, and you know how much I care about Juve. You know it, huh? You know how much I love Juve, and I live for Juve really every single day. My day is made out of Juve. But not only I have to manage that, but also being live on the channel with receiving all these comments and reading them, because I read them. I read the comments of people. Bam, 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 bam. It's double, stress. It's stress. Anyway, I don't want to give the message that I'm happy because I'm not happy. We lost. I'm not happy. Ciao, my friend. Neymar and Mbappe were acting a lot today. Whenever someone touched them, it's not only today. You know what's a pity? Neymar, we know him since ever. He has always been like that. I saw his first game at Barcelona in the stadium. I saw his first game. It was a friendly, Trofeo Gamper. I was in Barcelona. I was there. He played. Was impressive. It was really impressive. But he was already diving. So Neymar, we know. I think it's a pity that even Mbappe is doing it. Even Mbappe is doing it. Do they really? But even Neymar. During the live, I said, you don't need to do it. You are that strong. You are so strong. You don't need it. And I was also pissed off with VAR. I believe that VAR, they should see these kind of things and you should receive also there. I know it's not in the rules. You can't have a yellow card. I know that. But these kind of big simulation, VAR should call. Because it's too exaggerated. Yeah, Anthony Trimboli, I will listen to you, I believe. I will listen to you. I'm tired. If Chiesa is here, so you think we could play potentially 3-5-2 with Chiesa and Vlahovic on top? No. Chiesa, I would see him maybe in the wing, on the right wing. Chiesa on the right, Kostic on the left. Then you can rotate with Cuadrado. If Kostic is tired, you put Chiesa on the left and Cuadrado in. If it's Chiesa this is tired, you put Chiesa out and Cuadrado in. And then you have someone. Otherwise, no. I'm in closing time, guys. Ciao, Cecilia again. Molina should be considered by Juventus to replace Cuadrado. It was a big mistake. You know that today I was speaking with someone about, yesterday I believe, yesterday or today, about Udogie. Today, on Instagram. And, Beppe, we should have gone on Udogie, but also Molina. I don't know if sometimes we realize that it's not only Juve going on a player. There are a lot of teams on players. And sometimes you are lucky. You were stronger than the other one and you beat the competition and they come to you, and sometimes not. Sometimes not. Udogie, a lot of people are saying, yeah, but it was only 20 million. It's not true that it's 20 million. It's not true that it's 20 million. Udogie said himself, I want to go one day to the Premier League. And that's already one. He never said, I want to go to Juve. He said, I want to go one day to the Premier League. And that's one. Two, Udinese, they said, we want to keep him one more year. Because the value of the player can increase even more. So we want to keep him one more year. We don't want to give him to Juve this year. And actually, Udogie is in Udinese. He's playing at Udinese. Is he already a Tottenham player? Yes. But Tottenham, they have the money. They don't care. And they said, okay, you don't want to give him now because you want to make him grow even more? Fine. Keep him. We pay you already 20 million pounds. So it's already 22, 23 million euro. Even maybe 25. If there are some bonuses, I don't know. But on top of that, they give him 1 year on loan to Udinese. So that means that if Juventus wanted Udogie immediately, they would have gone with 30 million. At least 30 million to pay immediately to the family Pozzo to have the player immediately. 30 million for a 19 years old kid. Guys, while you're still paying Alexandro 6.5 million euro, financially, we are not Premier League. So I don't believe that we missed on Udogie. We tried. Conditions were not there, so it was impossible. About Molina, Atletico Madrid went for him. There were two teams on him, Juve and Atletico Madrid. I heard some rumors about Juve trying to sell Cuadrado. He stayed. I'm happy. Respect for Cuadrado. I like him. But Cuadrado, Danilo on the right side, too many players we were not able to sell. Arthur and Zakaria were only the last days. It's not like Premier League where you buy some players from 90 million, like Chelsea, and you give the player to Leipzig 1 more year. It's not like Tottenham. It's not like Manchester United that we're saying 60 million is too much for Ajax, for Anthony. You know what? Let's put 100 million. 70 million for Casemiro. Guys, these time are over. So, if you tell me, Beppe, Udogie and Molina in your team, please bring these players to me. But no. Also here, Tonali. At the time, he only wanted Milan. It's true. Also, Kvaratskhelia wanted to come to Juve. Everything was done with Juve. Then Paratici exaggerated a bit. In every single transfer he was making was one flop after the other. We had a new management. The new management said, stop. We stop everything. And we missed on him. We are building again, guys. You saw this season we bought a lot of players. We bought a lot of players. A lot of players. And it's not yet enough. So a lot has been done. More has to be done. But we have to recover financially from a lot. You remember when we received that 400 million capital increase? It was not for Mercato. We saw it. We had to sell De Ligt to spend, because don't forget we had some deals for Federico Chiesa, 60 million in 2 years. So now we had to pay Federico Chiesa, a player that is injured. Aldo is also saying you can't do just everything at once. Paredes, chapeau, chapeau Paredes, chapeau. 75 million for Fofana, and he got turned like a pancake by Dinamo Zagreb today. 75 million is the price of Dusan Vlahovic. Yeah, I will read the words of Danilo. I saw that he was in press conference, but I didn't hear it. Guys, you were fantastic today. We are still 400 people. Mamma mia. We were, how much? 600, 700? We're still 400 after 1 hour 30. It's actually the game. I don't know how good is Cambiaso. I don't know. I'm curious to see him a bit more. I have to admit that I saw a lot. The quantity of games I saw in 22-23. In 22-23. I saw a lot of games. From Premier League to Liga with Paris Saint-Germain, with of course Juve, Serie A. I saw so many games of Serie A, but Bologna, I had no time to really observe Bologna. By the way, hopefully Mihailovic will recover from the sickness. You know that he has been sacked, so hopefully will recover. Health is the most important thing. Ace McKennie would be good in the Premier League. There were some teams from Premier League, like Tottenham and so on him. If we see the McKennie of the second half today, I'm happy with McKennie. If we see the McKennie of the first game, I don't know. But again, Premier League is a total different football, so yeah. Thank you for your donation, Air Ace. Guys, I'm dead. Too much emotions. Marvin, Aldo Bonasso, Andy Golding, Kennedy, Punsara, Moise Almonet, Jim, that is asking for a maximum of only 340 likes. Ciao Bogdan, ciao Azzurri Juve, Alex, Cecilia, Veritas, Zaccaria, Mohi, Fabian, Andy, again, the L. We have the L. Veritas, Debadutta, Kirill, Margot, B.A., Arianit, Sam, Robert, GT, Live is Crazy, tomorrow, the papers, second part, tactical part. Maybe I have to do 2 videos. I always do in 1 video. I should do 2 videos so it's faster. Instead of doing everything at once. Grazie. Forza.